Welcome to our parents' basement, the one and only podcast where we rip off the Muppets and tell you about what's going on in the world of nerdy stuff. I made all that fly, so good work. What's up, y'all? Welcome to our podcast tonight. Because of one of our topics, Casual, the gentleman that's usually talking to you first, couldn't be here. This topic was very serious and near and dear to his heart, and it struck him like a shovel to the back of the head. So tonight, with me, I'm your substitute chairman, whatever I am, substitute talker, Turf. Tonight I am joined by this moderately handsome gentleman. This is, what's your name? Oh, Kotega. Kotega. All right. Sorry. And we got Zach Z, my man tickling the buttons over there.
I was going to say something, but I totally forgot what I was going to say.
I'm wordy, and I do that to people. So he's going to catch them all. That's my man Zach Z. He will catch them all. And then I've got this other handsome gentleman that looks like he has a mustache started. This is Mr. Nikon. Say something to him, my man.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. It's very nice of you to consider it. Consider the state of it. So, obviously, if you haven't figured it out yet, the entire world, like grandmas and monkeys and pet buffalo, are all playing Pokemon Go.
It's not even the entire world yet.
What?
It's in only a few countries. It's not the whole world yet. It's not even a worldwide release.
Everywhere in the world that matters, which I call America, America and parts of Canada and those two guys that listen to us in Korea. We have two people that download this podcast in Korea, so shout out to my South Korean brothers. That's all I got. What's up, guy? Anyways, everybody's playing Pokemon Go. This is a really cool mobile app. Zach, you want to tell us a little bit about what's going on with this thing?
Sure, you go to the one guy who's actually not playing it.
Well, you're not playing Pokemon Go? Never mind. I'm sorry to throw it at you.
I can say something about look at what version it is. It's 0.29, so it's technically still a beta version. And this thing has taken off so freaking crazy.
But yeah, I can't play it because my phone isn't supported.
Should upgrade.
Yeah.
Zach, do you remember that show that we did about Apple versus Android? Guess who's not having any problems playing that game? The Apple juice.
Well, I've got
your phone.
My S7 active. I just got this guy.
Yeah, I'm still on an S3.
Oh, that's why. Jesus.
Yeah.
Upgrade.
All right, guys. Well, Pokemon Go is an augmented reality game that we're going to pretend that you have never heard of this, the people listening, even though you're probably going, geez, dude, hurry up. We know what Pokemon Go is. Because you're playing it.
I got one.
Pokemon Go is an augmented reality game that there is check marks, and you walk around in the real world. You're going outside. The GPS follows you on your phone, which some people say is moderately creepy, whatever. And you're hunting for the little Pokemon like in real life. And Charles caught something. Either that or he had a seizure.
I caught some kind of bat.
Zubat.
A Zubat, yeah. And I think the app just froze up on me.
Yeah, that's not super stable. A lot of times
it froze there.
Yeah, you're frozen. You got to restart the app.
Are you going to search the land far and wide? At least from your hand to power that's inside?
Maybe.
Pokemon! That's right. I'm assuming that was a theme song. I got nothing.
But anyway, as you're saying.
Anyways, it's a really cool thing. It's as I read on the Face World, it's done more for childhood obesity in a week than Michelle Obama's done in 8 years.
Yeah.
So the kids are getting out and doing stuff and walking around. They may be staring at their phone, but they're getting some sunshine. So it's a really neat idea to you just wander around and the Pokemon show up. You throw your Pokeball at them and you catch them and woohoo! So there's that.
And you don't really have to be looking at your phone the whole time.
Yeah, it
You
vibrates.
can have it in your pocket, it'll vibrate. You don't have to be okay like do and walk off a cliff, which is what some people did in San Diego earlier today.
Really?
Well,
Yes.
2 guys, 1 cliff.
That
Yeah.
actually really happened, or is that just a stupid, or is that just some clickbait article?
That really happened.
I know some more people found some more dead bodies. That's about it.
There was a dude in Oregon that got stabbed while he was playing it and just
That
kept
too.
going. He didn't go to the ER for, I want to say he said like 4 or 5 hours until after he was stabbed because he had to be the first person to catch everything.
Oh yeah, and what was it that he said? It was like this guy wanted to battle, but in real life.
Yeah,
When he was
something
there.
like that.
All right, this. Never mind. I'm not gonna. Yes, I am. That's natural selection. That was somebody taking genetics out of the gene pool. He does not need to reproduce if he's that worried about catching them all. The only thing he caught was a knife in the arm or chest or whatever, and got 14 stitches.
Knife in the body.
And yeah, like that girl, like the first or second day, found a dead body.
Yeah, out in Wyoming, and apparently somebody just found a dead body in New Hampshire.
Dude, people got to quit dumping bodies at Pokestops.
Which my work is a Pokestop.
That's Poke awesome.
I'm just sitting there. I'm just down there all day. I'm just collecting Pokeballs, eggs, and revives and other these diamond-looking things, whatever they are.
Revives?
Are they revives?
Yeah, the potion is the other thing.
Yeah, revives.
But okay, just to break it down a little bit more, I'm kind of getting ahead of ourselves. There's different spots on the map that are Pokestops that you go to collect more Pokeballs or revives or eggs or this and that. And there's gyms on the map,
Yeah.
like gymnasiums on the map that teams can go to battle other Pokemon and kind of King of the Hill type style. Everybody, I mean, not like my, Boomhauer King of the Hill, but like a King of the Hill type game. Everybody, they're fighting to control this. What's really awesome, there's a guy named Hogs for Life that has the gym at LSU Stadium, at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge, which Whooping Suey. So that's pretty awesome. He took the one at the football stadium for the Razorbacks. That was on Reddit the other day, which I was pumped on. Anyways, you go to these Pokestops, you get more stuff, you go to the gyms and you battle with the Pokemon you've collected. I haven't won any gyms. Have you won a gym?
I hadn't even battled at a gym.
I tried. I get stomped every time because I'm just not that dedicated.
Same here.
Most of my Pokemoning, is Pokemoning a word?
It can be.
Pokemoning. I just coined something. Write that down. Most of my Pokemoning has been with the boy. Me and him. We drive to the main street in the town that we live in has several Pokestops. So we go down there and we hit those up, and then there's a couple gyms down there, and we try to battle and get he wants to see if he can take them, even though we can't. But I mean, between me and him, we've caught several of the lovable little creatures. Charles, what's the rarest one you've caught? You have any idea?
I don't know what the rarity scale is on these guys.
The rarity skill is based on that circle. Whenever you're holding down the button, it has that circle that goes inward. It's basically the difficulty of them to catch. Green's easy, yellow's medium, red's hard, and there's orange is hard, and then red's very hard.
Yeah, I know I got a couple of the yellow ones.
What's that?
All right. Anyways, I've caught a Bulbasaur. That was kind of a rare one.
That's the first one I got.
See, I picked Charmander starting off, and I actually got to. I found out today you can start off with Pikachu.
Yeah.
Walk away.
You have to run away 4 times apparently. I didn't. I just got a medal.
Yes.
I caught 50 fine Pokemon.
So it's been really fun to do. Been really fun to wander around to the different like landmarks in the town. Arkansas has a lot of historical markers. Batesville's the town that I live in is the second oldest town in Arkansas. So there's a lot of like Civil War markers and things like that. And they put these Pokestops at these historic markers. Like Arkansas College was first here, and it's got a marker there. Several of the old churches in town are Pokestops. So it's been kind of neat to walk around and look at this stuff while we're getting Pokeballs. So that's pretty fun. He said the town that he lives in, Jonesboro, that there's actually a bar down the street.
Yeah, a bar down Main Street that is one of the like 3 bars in town has a gym. So it's constantly changing hands because what better do drunk people have to do than wander around downtown?
Have you seen what's in front of the White House?
Oh yeah, it's a gym, and there's an eagle there called Murica.
It's a Pidgeot. Yeah.
There's a Snorlax at the Pentagon.
And apparently the guy who's running Murica, his name is Puerto Rican. So it's a Puerto Rican guy. But Puerto Rico is part of America.
And apparently in front of the Westboro Baptist Church is a Jigglypuff that says, "Love is love."
Hey.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's super funny.
They've actually released a lot of videos. They had earlier today, I think it was, they had a Jigglypuff that was singing, I don't remember what it was, but it was singing like "Repent" or "Die" like that. It was crazy.
I thought it was going to be like, "What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more."
But
another window.
Yeah, I work downtown Chicago. There are so many Pokestops by me.
Look at this.
So many, gyms around me.
It's unreal. This game's been out a week.
That is my piece of bacon.
Bacon.
Okay.
That's horse shit.
Anyways, it's amazing. It's been out a week. It's on track to have more daily users than Twitter. There's more users than Tinder, more users than what was the other one? There was another great big one that it wasn't actually Madison.
Grindr.
It was definitely more than Grindr.
This one?
So
it broke.
There's that.
It pretty much broke the record for the highest grossing app within like 2 days.
It's absolutely unreal how popular this is.
And I listened to a whole bunch of like the pre-release stuff, and where the people that I were listening to, they were like, "Yeah, I don't really see a lot of hype for this game. It really isn't looking that good." And where as soon as it gets released, it just blew up.
Well, I didn't realize how many people were playing it. Like I downloaded it and I was just kind of fiddle farting around, not really taking anything seriously, just kind of goofing off with it. And then I found out like kids are getting it, moms are getting it, grandma's got it. Everybody has got this stinking game, and they're wondering. What really got me, I was driving on a rural highway through a town called Evening Shade, Arkansas. If you remember the TV show with Burt Reynolds called Evening Shade, it's where it was set, in Evening Shade, Arkansas. They used to have Burt Reynolds Gymnasium at the high school. Anyways, that's a different story. So, Burt Reynolds. I was driving.
Mustache still floating around there?
They've got a little, like a billboard in town, an old locomotive, like steam locomotive in town, and it was a gym, or no, it was a Pokestop. I pulled in there. Me and the boy pulled in there, and we were getting our Pokeballs. Somebody pulled in behind us. We went down the road to the next Pokestop. This is in rural Arkansas. I mean, this is in the country. And go to like the next one down the road, and somebody else is already there. There's several people. Like we're like 5 days into this, wandering around getting Pokeballs at the Pokestops in God's country. So it's unreal how popular this is.
And they're doing a meetup Sunday here in Millennium Park at the Bean, and so far the Facebook event says there are 8.7 thousand going, and 24,000 people are interested in going to this thing.
Unreal, man. And this thing's been out. That'll be about 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but as nuts as it is, as silly as it is, as phenomenal as it is, I guess, there's so many benefits to this. I mean, you're getting people outside that normally just sit around on the couch. They sit around, they're not really motivated, they're not getting any kind of physical activity. So we've got kids that are wanting to go outside. My son doesn't do anything. He's 6 years old, and he just wants to watch YouTube and play video games because it's too hot outside.
Yeah.
Several times in the evening when it starts getting cooler, Daddy, can we go for a walk, Daddy? Hey, let's go to a walk. There's about a half a mile from here is the post office, and it's a Pokestop. So, Daddy, let's go for a walk. Daddy, can we go catch some Pokemon? Can we go walk to the post office and come back? So we will. We'll walk to the post office. We'll catch some Pokemon on the way. We'll get our Pokeballs. We'll come back, catch a few more. We're trying to catch them all.
You gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Pokemon! So,
it's... there's these poor people are getting sore legs from walking too much, from getting exercise from playing Pokemon Go. They're getting exercise on accident.
Well, good.
There's someone did this little meme today. I saw it for the past year, people haven't said anything about sitting on their couches catching animated candy. But as soon as this Pokemon Go comes out, people have to go outside like, oh my god, what the fuck? You have to go outside and play this game? That's so fucking stupid. Why are you doing that? I'm gonna play Candy Crush.
But I drove through the jiu-jitsu class at the local college. There's a small line colleges here in Batesville. And I drove through the campus the other day, and there's several Pokestops through the campus. I saw no less than 10 people walking to these different spots with looking at their phone. And this is just driving through. This isn't even me slowing down and going to the Pokestops. I was just driving through, and they were just in a line, just like ants, going around to the different Pokestops. It's unreal, the amount of people playing it.
Oh, yeah. I saw a guy playing in front of my work today.
One of the things I saw today that I thought was genius, there are people that are lucky enough, businesses are lucky enough, like that bar in downtown Jonesboro, to get a Pokestop outside their business. There's I think a clothing store here in Batesville that has a Pokestop outside of it, but that's not near as cool. But these places that are lucky enough to be Pokestops, they're putting the lures out. They figured out that you can spend $100 and get however many lures gold would go for in game. It's the best advertising they can get. They're setting a lure off constantly in front of their business. People are coming in.
That is genius right there.
That is genius. That is a stroke of luck and absolute genius. So they constantly have people coming in. They may just come in and buy a Coke. I mean, like convenience stores. People may come in and buy a Coke and some candy. It may be a restaurant. People come by and they want to sit down at that lure and try to catch Pokemon. And they're sitting there and they'll get them something to eat, have a meal, or have a few drinks or something like that to catch Pokemon. This is the most ingenious marketing thing ever. Maybe not ever, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I've been putting some posts on the store's Facebook page, and I did one. I just typed it out for having this little Leica demo day on Saturday. I just typed it out. That got maybe 35 people have seen it on Facebook. I put a picture of a Pokemon, which I caught in the store in front of a Leica box. It got
like 400.
About 400 views in like 8 hours. And all that other one, I put it on yesterday. It only has like 40.
That's crazy. There's so many people you hashtag Pokemon Go or hashtag Pokemon. People are looking at it.
Yeah, there are so many people. I mean, people who've never even played Pokemon before. I mean, have either of you played at all?
I played Pokemon Red. He had it whenever he was little, and I played Pokemon Red for a little while when I was a teenager. I didn't make it very far into it, like maybe level 15 something. I know I got to a Charmeleon. I went from Charmander to Charmeleon. Never got Charizard. Never finished the game or anything like that. I've never played Pokemon. Never. But I'm playing this game at least 2 times a day, trying to catch them all. So you got people that don't even care about Pokemon.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Come on, catch it. Just get twice.
It's gonna be an addiction.
It is. Well, put it on your bicycle, drive around, hatch your eggs. That's another thing. How long? There's 2K, there's 5K, and there's 10K eggs. You put them on your phone, and when you travel that far, it hatches, and you get a Pokemon. How long until there are Pokemon 5Ks? It's coming. We're going to have foot races for soccer moms for Pokemon.
I just catched a Pidgey.
Don't
He's
sell
still
it.
in the starting area.
I don't know.
So that's it's a phenomenon, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word. It's really amazing.
You know what, Liz? This is probably enough for this topic. Do you want to go on to the next one?
Well, the next one we're going to talk about.
But,
yeah, we'll just cut that off cold.
Well, let me just read this real quick. It's pretty much what I'm hearing an echo now. Anyways, I'm just gonna read this one tweet. It pretty much sums up probably why it got so popular, and it's from Boogie2988. Very famous YouTuber. Yeah. My wife said the reason Pokemon Go is so successful is with all the bad shit happening in the world, we needed something nice and fun.
There's a lot to that, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of fed up with all the negative things that are going on. So yeah, just if you put something good, something flowery and fun out there, folks are gonna latch onto it just because they're sick of the other. So it became a good time, I guess.
Yeah.
One more thing. We didn't even talk about this. How much it's done for Nintendo? Oh my jeez. I think the value of Nintendo went up
8.7 billion, I think, is what's reported a
I
few
know
days
that
ago.
I know that like on Monday their stocks increased to $5 more.
Yeah,
That is a lot.
Yeah.
they hit the 25% cap that Japan puts on their stock market. So they grew that 25% in a single day that they went through, just shot up.
And that's the stock. Like I said, it's gone up 8.7 billion in a week. The value of Nintendo, and I think that includes revenue and the stock revenues, or stock values. So, but still, we're revenue is $9 billion.
And you can say
Billion.
the demographics are going out for, people who were playing this back in the 90s. How old are they now? They're our age, got the smartphones, got the money to spend on this stuff, on buying extra Pokeballs or extra whatever. I don't even go to the shop.
Yeah, and people our age, they have the kids that they can claim like to play this game.
Yeah.
But in turn, they really are.
Yep.
It's something else. But anyways, Pokemon Go, it's fun. It's making people be more healthy. It's made Nintendo bukus of money because Nintendo is going bankrupt. That's what you heard on the interwebs, even though they don't. But yeah, Wii U is going to sink them. Pokemon Go saved them.
They could fail for the next 10 years or so and still be in good condition.
Yeah, they could take a loss for the next 10 years and still buy your soul. That's how much money Nintendo has. So, anyways, Pokemon Go, we're done with it. Stop. Unless I think of something else. Anyways, the next topic I wanted to bring up is very near and dear to our heart, and because it struck so close to home. Cashel would have been here tonight, but thanks to censorship, he's not. So Cashel for tonight has been censored from the internet.
He's been redacted.
Well, and actually he had a cold. But anyways, we're gonna skip that. So
that's what they want you to believe.
Or as the Germans would have us believe, Pfaffenkuchen.
Yeah, he has a cold.
Pfaffenkuchen.
Instead, we have him locked up into a little room in our basement.
Favruka. Anyways, if you turned on Reddit or the internet today and you're a fan of Nintendo stuff at all, you saw that Nintendo has announced that they're going to make a little plug-and-play box called the NES Classic Mini, I think.
Nintendo Entertainment System NES Classic Edition.
NES Classic Edition. We've got a small Nintendo box that's HDMI, and it comes with a controller, and there's 30 games built in. Now, you can't put cartridges in it or anything of that likes, but you've got 30 games, and 30 games are sweet. You got a list of games that's like Balloon Fight, which is an underrated gem. You've got like Bubble Bobble, Castlevania. Now, the dud. When the dud of your list, I guess, in my opinion, is Castlevania 2, which I think is a stinker, but it's a pretty popular game. Double Dragon 2 might be one of the lower rated ones, and it's a fun game. Really fun game. Then like Gradius or Galaga might be the next ones down the list. Man, there's gold. There is absolute gold on here. Mario 1, 2, 3, Zelda 1 and 2, Punch Out, Star Tropics, Kidder Icarus, Kirby Adventure. There's just, it's like the Nintendo played the greatest hits, and we're going to put it in a little box and ship it out to y'all. The coolest thing about this is it's $60 for this brand new little box. You can plug in HDMI and play some games. So, Charles, have you seen anything about this today, or?
I seen it. Yeah, I seen it online. I'm like, ooh, that's cool. I have most of those games already, but it's cool to have. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would get it.
Well, Zach, you don't have a whole lot of NES games, right?
Yeah, I probably got about a third of what's there on the list.
So, okay, you've got about 10 games, or out of that list. Does this interest you?
Oh yeah, I mean the original Castlevania for one.
That game's $25 by itself.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You look at this list, you might be able to buy like probably at the most 5 of those games on cartridges.
Without a doubt, yeah. They're NES games. NES like physical cartridges collecting is expensive. It just is.
Yeah, and that 5 games is probably the lowest ones on that list.
Right. I mean, they're all going to be close to $20 for the games on this list. There might be like Mario 1 is about $10, but for every Mario 1, there's also I don't know what else is on there. Balloon Fight's like $25.
Yeah.
So it's got like Nintendo's greatest hits on this one little box. We're going to ship it out and let you just plug it in your TV and play it. Now, somebody like Zach that obviously enjoys older games but doesn't have them already, doesn't really have an interest in collecting them, this is perfect for you, is it not?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to pick it up.
And it hits you right at a good price point too. $60 for this for 30 games, 30 good games for $60, and the system. So let's just say NES system's probably $40 now, right? If you wanted a good working NES with a good
about
connector.
The toaster version, yeah.
Yeah, toaster's probably about $40. So let's just go ahead and knock 40 off that. We're down to $20 for these games. So, and yes, everybody says you can emulate them for free. Okay,
who said
yes,
that here?
you can emulate them. Okay, but the people that are going to pick this up, in my opinion, they're not the people that are just super computer savvy and have an emulator, or they maybe they don't have they do have an emulator, but it's not hooked up to their TV in their living room. They might want this box to be able to play, Mario 1, 2, and 3, Zelda 1 and 2 on their TV in the living room. So
yeah, and also just some quick number crunching for, I believe the NES games on the Virtual Console for the Wii U are about $5, right? For all 30 of those games, it's going to cost you $150.
Yeah, and that's not even counting your Wii U that you have to buy.
Yeah, so you minus the 10 for getting the system, probably another 20, or 10 for the controller, 20 for the system. You're paying $30 for 30 games.
Yeah, when you break it down like that, it's even like I want to go buy one now. I was gonna wait around until I found one at a yard sale or something, but I'm gonna have to. No, I'll probably still wait around because I'm cheap. But or when they go, eventually they'll be like this little Sega consoles. Sega a couple years ago came out with the Genesis that you could put a cartridge in. It actually took a Genesis controller, but it had like 20 Genesis games built in or 30 Genesis games built in. And other than the hardware being trash, the games on it are really good. Like they put Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, I think, on there. Vector Man. What's another? The Mean Bean Machine. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. They've got all these really good games on there. And then, of course, they had like Solitaire and other trash that they just did to make it like 60 games in a box. But Nintendo's done this. I mean, it's actually a licensed piece of hardware from Nintendo. It's got the stamp of the seal of approval on there. I think this is just a deal for the guy that doesn't have any NES games, doesn't have an NES, and just wants to play the games. He goes into a game shop. He might look and like, hey, we can get an NES and like this game, or man, I can get this little box over here and play 30 games, I think that's pretty awesome. I think it's a deal.
Yeah, and the only thing to mention here is that it doesn't use the actual NES controllers. It uses the same port that you have on the Wii remote, so you can hook up their controller that they come with it, or you can hook up the classic controller to it.
How cool is that? That they use that like the same. If you have have the classic controller, you can plug it into this thing, just like it has the same port on the bottom of the Wiimote, like Zach said. Or if you go buy another controller for this thing, it's only $10.
Huh.
Yeah. And
That, as I understand it, the controller for this will work as a Wii Classic controller. Is that right?
I don't think it'll actually work like one because it's only got the D-pad and 2 buttons. Plus,
But I mean, it was.
certain
I
select-
was thinking. I may be wrong on that internet. So don't.
It
don't
will probably
crucify me.
work with the emulation on the Wii U. Yes.
Yeah.
As far as
The
NES
NES
games
Wii
go.
U. So this thing it's a steal. If you just want to play some NES games, you're not into collecting, which only crazy people are, right? If you're not into collecting NES games, if you know the market has priced you out and you want to go ahead and pick up Mega Man 2, Mega Man 2 is on there. How cool is that? They didn't put Contra on there, which I'm a little upset about, but they did put Super C, so it's the next best thing. But
Yeah.
there are some real gems on there.
Yeah, and two other things to mention. It's HDMI, for one, so you're getting the clearest picture you can with this system. It's going to have save states in it, so that makes it a lot easier to actually play these games.
Oh, it takes the fun out. What these kids are gonna say? Oh, these games are easy.
No.
I just saved it right here. I'm like, no.
Nope. You're not going to get that. But
I could save.
the only real downside is that it requires a USB AC adapter, and that's got to be purchased separately.
I thought that was the US. That was just in the UK, wasn't it? I thought the US one came with the plug.
It might. I just clicked on the person linked to the Kotaku.uk.
See,
That's
there we
why.
go. So I believe, I may be wrong. It'll plug into the wall, just like any other. But like in the UK, it's going to come with a USB power that you have to use your little brick from your iPhone on to put on the end of it. But I believe it comes with the charger. It just doesn't have a little brick for the end of it. No, y'all don't crucify me if I'm wrong. Okay, you know how an iPhone comes with the lightning cord with the USB deal on one end, and the lightning you don't because you don't drink the apple juice. We're on this again.
Yeah, no, I know what you.
This,
I know
my
what you're
friend,
saying. You just kind of contradicted yourself there by saying it does. It might not come with the.
No, it comes
adapter,
with this.
but it will come with the AC adapter.
It comes with this, and the other end looks like this. This is the part you have to buy. Is the little block that goes on the end of the USB. And so, I forgot we're an audio-only podcast as well. So, some people are confused if you're listening onto your iPhone right now. But you know what I'm talking about when I say power blocks and lightning cords. So,
How many fingers am I holding up?
if you're listening on Google Play, like I hope many of you are, yeah, sorry. I think your phone has one too, but I'm not sure. Because I'm an Apple guy.
Yep.
Mini USB. Makes it clearer.
Okay, you got a mini
Right
USB.
here.
See there, Charles. Charles, stop showing stuff off with audio. So,
Okay, I'll put my pants back on.
anyway, so you got a cheap piece of equipment, I guess, cheap at the cash register maybe. So $60, you're gonna bring the thing home for less than $70 after tax, unless you get it off of Amazon where you don't have to pay tax in many states.
Except
So we
Illinois.
get this little box and we've got
Or New
30
Jersey.
games, and I just kind of want to look at some of the games that we were talking about.
And this price point goes back to what we were talking about last week, about the $60 price point for games and stuff.
It
This
does.
is right there.
Like, what are some of y'all's favorite NES games? And let's not try to go deep cuts and nobody say Little Samson because Little Samson's not on here.
I really like Little Samson though.
Oh, we're just pulling off of that list, or from our actual.
Well, no, just any list. I mean, like Contra is my favorite one. And Contra's not on here, but Super C is.
Mega
So-
Man 2.
Yeah, if you like the Mega Man series, I think Mega Man 2 is the best one out of the series.
Yeah.
So they got that on here.
And I think that's the easiest of the series.
It is, but yeah, it's a, and I think when they're doing this, picking these games, you might want to pick the easiest one because they're not building this to the hardcore collector.
No.
They're not building this to the hardcore gamer, the guy that's just he can whoop everything immediately. They're building this for the guy that goes, that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to grab one of those next time I come to the store.
I was like, I played this when I was a kid.
Yeah, like they're going to hit. You're going to be in Walgreens picking up some shampoo, and you're going to see that. Wow, that hits me right in the nostalgia. So, I think I may grab one of those. So, or hey, honey, next time you go to the store, I saw this really cool thing, or maybe Arbor Day is coming up and you want to get your significant other a gift. So you pick them up in NES. And
You give Arbor Day gifts?
Don't you?
No.
I don't even know when Arbor Day is.
We celebrate the trees of our country. But anyway, I wonder for Star Tropics, are they going to have the letter with it?
How are you going to play that without that?
I have that stashed away somewhere.
I'm pretty certain they'll do the same thing that they did on the Virtual Console. I think they, what did they do with it? It was in one of Nolan's videos. He said something about it.
They did something with it.
They made it accessible so everybody could still play it on the Virtual Console.
But that letter, that was so cool.
They put it on a website. You can go find it. So.
I thought it was cool. I had them put it in the water. Like, there's the answer.
And then you could dry it out too. You could put it. It gave you instructions to dry it back out and do it again.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. But I mean, we've got Star Tropics. We've got Mario 1, 2, and 3. Tecmo Bowl. I would rather have seen Tecmo Super Bowl because it's a better game. But I'm anxious to see if they replace the players' names in Tecmo Bowl because Bo Jackson was the man, and Joe Montana was the man.
Oh yeah.
So I'd like to see, since they probably didn't bother to get the NFLPA involved. They probably had to change all the names, so just gave the teams new stats and new players altogether. Tried to make them like the players now, or just.
Oh God, then the Bears are fucking screwed. They got Jay Cutler.
The Bears are always screwed because they're the Bears. Y'all were good in like what, 85? Is that when you did the Super Bowl shuffle?
Ditka.
Hadn't been good since. You poor guys. So I am anxious to see that. I like to see Adventure Link on here. That's really cool. It's kind of I think people gets a lot of hate it doesn't deserve. Metroid's on here. How much?
Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Punch Out.
Yes.
It's the Mr. Dream version, not the Mike Tyson one, but still.
Well, they got that licensing ran out so many years ago for Mike Tyson.
It ran out
He had his little court case.
Dr. Mario.
Let's see. I guess my least favorite game on here, personally, would be Ice Climber. Ice Climber sucks. So
Yeah, I'm not a big Ice Climbers fan.
It's got Final Fantasy on it. Just the OG original Final Fantasy. You have people buying it just for that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Final Fantasy alone is $30 now, isn't it?
Something like that.
20, 25, 30, something like that. So you got half of it in just Final Fantasy. So there we go. We've got a lot of really good games. A lot of stuff that I would be looking forward to. This is something that I might buy for somebody. Like, hey, check this out. You enjoy NES games instead of getting into this madness. Try this. So it's a buddy of mine texted me that today. He said, "Man, I'm getting one of these." I would. Yep. If you don't have a bunch of NES games, do it because they're still fun games and there's still a lot of fun to be had. So.
I just quickly skimmed over the whole thing. Are they going to have any expandable games?
It's not expandable at all. These 30 games is it. And they've also said that they don't have any intentions of releasing another version either. So unless this is just a huge hit, which I don't. To me, it's amazing, but is it really going to be that big of a hit? Is it going to be like the Sega consoles?
Didn't they say the same thing about the NES Remix?
Now that I don't know, because that.
I'm pretty sure they did, and then they released NES Remix 2 afterwards.
Well, if this thing is a hit, now I'll tell you one thing about that. This isn't a game. This is a box, a physical box, yay big. So it's going to. I don't know if they're actually gonna, if they would bother releasing another system, because you're gonna be trying to give it to the same people. Does that make sense? Yeah. You're not gonna try to sell them a sequel, the NES Mini Hallelujah Edition version 2.
Well, I mean, it's worked with the Atari Flashback so far. I mean, what are they up to, 6 now?
Well, maybe I'm wrong. I think the Genesis had a couple of different versions too, but they still had like the same core, probably 10 or 15 games, and they would switch out kind of the deep cuts on those. So I mean, the NES, maybe they could do that. How cool would it be to see one of these with just like the hidden gems on it? And when I say hidden gems, it's probably not going to be hidden stuff to like me and you and people in the like retro game scene, but it's got Mario, it's got Metroid, it's got Zelda on it, but instead of Tamo Bowl, they've got Metal Storm. You know, they've got Cowboy Kid,
Sky Kid,
so many, and it's just my pie in the sky dreaming. If we could have a Capcom Disney version,
God.
I mean, give me some Darkwing Duck, give me some Rescue Rangers, give me some DuckTales. Yeah.
Maybe a version that looks like a top loader.
Yeah, and it looks like the top loader.
That'd be cool. Do one that looks like a Famicom?
Well, you could do, yeah. But that's one thing that if they ever did this again, I would like to see like the core 10 games or so that people are actually buying this thing for. And then go deeper into the library, and maybe take some of those deep cuts. Skip out on Ice Climber, skip out on Double Dragon 2. Throw in a Battletoads, which I know you can't do that because Microsoft owns them now, but
throw in a Pinbot.
Well, there's some, I don't know. There's a lot of really good games on there. I'm kind of just scanning over my shelf here. And even some of the games like Excite Bike. Excite Bike, everybody remembers being awesome, but when you play it, it's cool for like a few minutes at a time. Let's take that out and put in Clu Clu Land. Let's put in some of the other black box games.
Like a versus Excite Bike.
I'm just trying to look at some of the, see if there's something that's going to just really jump out at me. Put the super expensive ones on there. Put Little Samson on one.
Yeah.
Put Flintstones 2 on one. When Flintstones you might not be able to because of licensing stuff. Put Panic Restaurant on there.
Blaster Master.
There's no Hudson Soft games on there. So if we could get those, how awesome would we need some Bomberman, Bomberman 2. What else did Hudson Soft make on the NES? Adventure Island.
Son of a bitch, I was just about to say that.
Dude, there's...
Nope. HAL Games, Adventures of Lolo.
Oh! See, you could have... we're up to probably 3 versions right now. You get the same 10 games in the core, and then you go into some of those deeper cuts. Some of those, the more expensive games, kind of the ones that prohibit people from buying, because even, like, Sally Joe Jim Bob is going to buy it for Mario, but then there's going to be guys like me and you that might want to, like, dude, I can play Little Samson legally like this. So
yeah,
or I can, because I mean, what's Taito doing with these right now? I can play Panic Restaurant legally. So let's I don't know, it's just a thought. And then there's also the idea that if this is a success, what's to stop them from doing the Super Nintendo version?
Oh, yeah.
The SNES Classic. That's another really cool thing that could happen. It's such a deep library, such good games, and if Nintendo has, they're first-party stuff's the star of every system they have.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get a Super Nintendo one, man, you got Mario Kart, Mario World, Super Metroid, Zelda, F-Zero. Maybe we could be fancy and get Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Maybe. Possibly.
Parodius.
What? See, is that Konami that did those?
Yeah.
Man, I'm going nuts here. Let's put it on the back to the Nintendo one. Let's put some Famicom games on one that we didn't get here.
Devil
Let's give
World.
everybody Kid Dracula.
Yeah.
Or Parodius. The cat ship game. So yeah, the cat ship game with Madeline Kahn. So, anyways, guys, yeah, I'm really excited about this. If you can't tell, I'm excited. I like it. Makes me a little chatty.
You a little chatty? No.
Imagine
never.
Never heard that before.
So, yeah, have y'all got any ideas? Like, what would y'all like to see on another, and maybe even another system?
I'm looking at the list of games I have right now as far as like what I would like to see on that, just because it'd be convenient that way. Let's see. Well, the Donkey Kong countries.
Yeah.
On the Super Nintendo one.
Did Nintendo or since Rare developed those, can they come out with them again?
Technically, it's Nintendo games because they own the license from Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, some non-Nintendo games or Nintendo made. Illusion of Gaia would be one.
Man, you could get into so many of those cool RPGs.
The TurboGrafx 16 system.
Super Mario All-Stars.
Yeah. Why not?
Levels.
Yeah,
A collection on a collection.
Why not? Why not? It's a very Inception. The collection of a collection.
Yeah, well, talk about another system they should do, like a TurboGrafx 16 system. Bring that back.
The only thing, like, everybody knows the NES.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if my mom knows. Kind of, I said before, the gauge. If something's popular, is if my mom knows about it. She knows what a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo are. She might kind of understand some Nintendo 64, maybe. But after that, I mean, she might know what Sonic is. So, yeah. Anyways, that's if you could have any system, then obviously, Charles, I think you're probably going to say Famicom because you're a big Famicom fan. So, what kind of Famicom games would you like to see on something like this? Just, top 10. Just rattle that anybody, and you have to kind of keep in mind this has to be something that everybody would be accessible to. It can't be something crazy. Don't know Mahjong games or anything like that.
There's this pachinko game. Oh, God, I get that one.
Personally, I'd say Nuts and Milk.
Nuts and Milk, yeah. Holy Driver.
Little Timmy. Well, I'm just playing with my Nuts and Milk.
Like the original Super Mario Brothers 2. Doki Doki Panic. The original version of that, I said Devil World is a fun game, it's a weird Pac-Man clone. Yeah, Holy Diver.
Holy Diver!
You've been down too long in the midnight sea.
What else? That's all I can think of off the top of my head. I'd like to see on there. Maybe, some of the Famicom Disk System games that were with the original sound on them, like Metroid and.
If done well, and not like because the flashbacks, the Coleco thing, even the Sega thing are just kind of cheaply made pieces of crap. Let's just be honest, they're junk. If you did this well and put together these collections, I'd have no problem paying $60 for any of them. Because, if another idea that kind of comes to mind, if Konami wanted to get together and put together their greatest hits of the Super Nintendo era for a small box.
Yeah, let's face it, that's not going to happen because, for the most part, Konami's just interested in pachinko right now.
Well, let's just pretend for a minute that Nintendo said, hey, our Nintendo box did well, our Super Nintendo little box did well. We want to do a Super Nintendo Konami version. And
Can we put pachinko on it?
yeah, we'll put pachinko on it just for you, Konami. But I mean,
All
or
games
Capcom.
officially now pachinkos.
Hey, pachinko's a big moneymaker.
The home version, not so much.
Yeah, well, yeah. In Japan, those steel balls.
Oh,
So you're saying they're balls of steel?
Pretty much.
You got balls of steel?
who doesn't though? Really? At this point in the game, who doesn't have steel balls?
Oh yeah.
Balls. Anyways, you can really tell that Cashel isn't here to rein us in. He kind of is the moral compass of this.
he's probably
Hey,
sitting at
I'm
home
trying to make a
watching,
Duke Nukem reference there. That's all.
I
sitting at
know.
home
I know
watching, shaking his head.
you are the balls of steel edition of this podcast, sir.
But
All right, guys. I hated that Cashel wasn't here tonight. We miss him. He's a very important piece to this puzzle. We all have our role to play, and his is missed. I can't do it. So, with that said, let's kind of put this thing to bed. Tell you what, tonight, since I've talked so much, Zach, where can everybody get a hold of us or find this podcast?
Well, I mean, you can go over to our website, ourparentsbasement.com, and we got links there, right?
Yeah, we do.
yeah.
There you go. There's your one-stop shop for everywhere that we're on.
Well, we're on Stitcher, iTunes, and Google Play, so you can listen to us on your mobile device of your choosing.
That you're playing Pokemon Go on. It also plays podcasts.
Yes. We're more fun to listen to than the that Pokemon music.
You can do both at the same time.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
the Pokemon series has actually got some really good music. I will say that.
All right. So, Snatcher, Stitcher, Google Play. Keisha, we miss you. Stitcher, Google Play, and iTunes. That's where you can find the audio-only version. You can find us on YouTube. We're everywhere. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the rest of them and find more of our beautiful faces.
Yes.
Because we're fun. If you want to send us an email, you can send that to opbpodcast@gmail.com. We're old school and we answer emails. Hit us up on Twitter @opbpodcast on the tweets. You can find us on Facebook. We're always there. Facebook.com/opbpodcast. And that's it, folks. We're going to put a bow on this thing. I've got a Rat-a-tata, or Rat-tat-tooey, or whatever this guy's name is, has just been taunting me for an hour. So, we're going to put this thing to bed. I'm going to throw a Pokeball at Zach's shirt because he's got the Rat-tat-tat-tooey. So, anything else before I hit the button? Or before Zach hits the button? I don't have a button to hit. Sorry. I'm buttonless.
Nope. That's all I got.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, I would like to thank... There you go. I want to thank my man Kotega for swinging by. I want to thank Zach Z for putting up with me. And Mr. Nikon, because you're just a cool cat. Thanks for swinging by, y'all. Peace.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.